There's a number of Texas guys down there. In fact, I think 9 guys who are playing in the U.S. Army All-American Bowl. Have there been any, maybe 1 or 2, that have particularly stood out to you?
Yeah, I think off the bat, Mark Jackson really had a good day yesterday. I'm over at East practice today, so not with the Texas guys, but he's just a big dude. You see him, and he looks the part, which a lot of these guys do, but he also moves around exceptionally well for somebody that big. Committed to Michigan right now. I think Texas still thinks they have a shot, but right now still committed to Michigan. Tre'Davion Dixon, a name that every Texas fan knows, a Navasota wide receiver committed to Baylor, was committed to Texas, flipped back to Baylor. Talked to him yesterday. He seems really settled in at Baylor and excited to be a part of that offense. I think he'll be a great fit there, and he's been catching everything thrown his way so far here. And Jordan Elliott, also Westside defensive tackle. The defensive line tends to do better than the offensive line here. The defense tends to have an upper hand in these things, so you only get a week to prepare offensively and things of that nature. And the defensive line looked really well for the West yesterday, and a lot of that reason was because of Jordan Elliott and Mark Jackson, both guys who are really good there.
We're talking with DCTF contributor Mike Craven here on DCTF Live. Get involved with the conversation. #DCTF Live. Another guy down there who probably isn't getting talked about enough, Eric Fowler, a guy who I think is kind of shooting up recruiting boards these days. What have you seen from this young man?
I've always been a huge Eric Fowler fan. He plays at Manor. I'm an Austin guy, so I'm kind of stationed around there and see him probably more than a lot of people in the state. He's just incredibly athletic. He can do everything you want from a linebacker. He can take on a lead block and play against the run. He can get sideline to sideline. He's exceptional as a pass rusher off the edge. Could be a great 3-4 outside linebacker in the pros. He's just a guy who can do it all, and it's really just up to him and his momentum and his what he does once he gets to college, because I don't think talent's an issue with him. He's been great since he's got here.
Do you think when you go out to these things and you're watching maybe 3, 4, 5 specific guys, what are you looking for? What obviously it depends on position, but is there something in particular that you're looking to see from these guys as it translates to the next level?
For sure. At first, I said Mark Jackson for some reason was committed to Michigan. That's Jordan Elliott. Mark Jackson's committed to Texas A&M. Yeah. It's been a long day, guys. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Hang in there.
I think what you look for in these things is everybody here is really good. So you start looking for those guys that kind of stand out in a group that's already exceptional. When you watch a lot of high school games, there's 2 or 3 guys on the field that are going to be D1, big-time prospects, and they stand out. Well, here they're all D1 prospects, and so if you get a couple of guys that stand head and shoulders above the crowd here, I think that really gives you an indication of what they may do early on in their college career.